Welcome back to First Down Friday night. Now, the threat of rain tonight moved some games that were scheduled for Friday to last night, Thursday. We were lucky because the weather was just gorgeous for some of these games. But for some teams, the results were less than desirable. In Trinity, East Lawrence hosted Deshler, and the Tigers got to work early, scoring twice on their first 2 drives. Now, the defense was strong too, forcing a series of 3-and-outs, as well as good work on special teams like this play here. Good coverage wrapping up the return man. Now on Deshler's 3rd drive, Clifton Jackson III takes play-action handoff to the left side, sprints down the sideline for a 40-yard touchdown. Successful PAT makes it 21-0 with under 5 to play in the first quarter. So clearly, East Lawrence has some work to do, but Deshler is unrelenting, as on the kickoff, they force and recover a fumble. You see it here, the return man loses it towards the sidelines. Jacoby Herring comes up with a loose ball, and the Tigers retake possession. So on 2nd down, Deshler looks to strike. Here they are. The shotgun, Bryce Thornton moves to under center. He takes the snap, fires a quick screen across to Simeon Malone, who's on the left side. He shakes one defender, beats the next 4 he sees in a foot race to find the end zone. Touchdown Deshler. The PAT makes it 28-0. And the Tigers were in control from the opening kick. Let's take a look at your final score. Deshler controlled this one. They'd won 17 in a row against the Eagles in the all-time series, and they make it a whopping 18th in a row after beating East Lawrence 70-13 to keep their perfect record intact. Next week, they're at Wilson, while East Lawrence is at West Limestone.
Well, last night we had a 2A Region 7 clash in Gurley. Whitesburg Christian hosted Fife in a battle of unbeatens. This is actually the best start to a season in the history of Whitesburg football. The Warriors are 3-0, but playing that juggernaut from Fife. We're going to go to the highlights as we have the coin toss here. It went to Fife, and they pretty much won that and everything else. As the first play from scrimmage, Brody Hicks is loose. No one is going to catch him. Touchdown, Red Devils. It's already 7-0. Then on the ensuing kickoff, the Warriors fumble the ball, so Fife gets it right back, handed to Logan Anderson, and he will take his turn for 6. 1 minute, 9 seconds in, Fife's up 14-0. But hey, here comes Whitesburg. A little offensive momentum. Caleb Robinson hits Thomas Harmon for a gain of 13. The Warriors will have to punt, though, and Fife is going to score, get an interception, then does this. A rare pass as Blake Dobbins drops back, hits wide open receiver Lawrence Blackwell, tackled in the end zone. The Red Devils led 35-0 at the end of the first quarter. And after everything is said and done, they comfortably roll to a 49-6 victory. Next week, it'll be Section versus Fife as Whitesburg Christian travels east to face North Sand Mountain. Also in Gurley last night, New Hope and Madison County faced off. It was MCHS's homecoming game. 14-0 was the score at halftime, and New Hope will get on the board as Van Mefford heaves it to Javion Barnes. Touchdown. It's 14-7 with 5 to play in the third quarter. It was a second half of penalties, turnovers, punts. You get the picture. About 4 to play, and New Hope in the red zone on 3rd down. QB looks to his right, fires, tipped, incomplete. Madison County also gets the stop on 4th. So a couple first downs will win it. Up 7, but the ball is handed off on 4th down, and the tribe is there. New Hope will get one more crack at this thing after rallying there for the tackle. But under a minute, the pass is thrown, and Landon Duvall gets under it, hauls in the interception. That will ice it, ensures that Madison County will finally get in the win column in 2022. Madison County holds on, wins it 14-7. Next week, the Tigers head to DAR. New Hope takes on Priceville. And Buckhorn takes on the Hazel Green Trojans in the annual Cotton Classic. In this one, we're going to go the Trojans get the ball first. Buckhorn's swarming defense is just too much. On the Bucks' first offensive series, QB Jack Roop hands it off to another QB, Terrence Robinson, breaks it right for a big gain. 2 plays later, Austin Childress runs right around the side, and he takes it in for the score. The Bucks up 7-0 over Hazel Green. Later, Roop goes deep, and he's going to be intercepted eventually as Trojans' Caden Mays but gets the play called off on a defensive pass interference. Hate to see it. Buckhorn goes back on the run with Robinson later. Took it down the sideline. Bucks go back up, and at the final score, let's see how that all Wrapped up there as Hazel Green wins it, a close one, an instant classic I'd even call it, 49-42. Next week, Buckhorn has an open date with Hazel Green, and Hazel Green is at Decatur. And now here's a look at some additional scores from week 3. After the scores, we'll hear from sports director Mo Carter, who has more coverage of Tide takes Texas.